Have you ever found yourself in a conversation where the more you talk, the more confused you feel? Or perhaps you've noticed that in meetings, the most impactful opinions come from those who speak the least. In this video, we'll explore the power of silence and discover how this often underrated skill can actually increase your authority and influence, both in your personal and professional life. Imagine being recognized as a leader, someone whose words carry weight and respect. By learning to talk less and listen more, you not only strengthen your presence, but you also become a more effective communicator, able to capture the essence of what really matters. We'll discuss simple, practical techniques that you can apply right away to benefit from this silent power. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by unnecessary chatter or struggled to make yourself heard above the noise, stick with me until the end. Together, we'll uncover the secrets of more impactful communication and discover how silence can be your greatest ally. First of all, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this type of content. The power of silence refers to the ability to communicate effectively without the need to speak excessively. Speaking less means not only conserving words, but also using silence as a powerful tool to increase attention and authority. The importance of silence is rooted in the very nature of communication. When we allow ourselves to be silent, we create space for reflection, active listening, and for our words, when spoken, to have a stronger impact. Deliberate silence can be a way of conveying confidence and mastery over the situation, revealing a depth of thought that is often overlooked in hurried conversations. To illustrate the effectiveness of silence, we can look at several leaders and public figures who used this strategy to exceptional effect. A notable example is Nicholas I of Russia, who was known for his reserved approach. On one famous occasion, he sentenced the revolutionary leader Kondraty Ryleyev to be hanged. On the day of the execution, however, the rope broke and Ryleyev fell to the ground, which at the time was considered a divine sign and would earn him a divine pardon from the emperor. Ryleyev, thinking his neck was safe, shouted to the crowd, "You see, in Russia they don't know how to do anything right, not even a rope." Nicholas I began to sign the pardon, but asked the messenger if Ryleyev had said anything after the miracle, and the messenger repeated the phrase to the emperor, who tore up the pardon and said, "In that case, let's prove the opposite." The next day, Ryleyev was hanged again, and this time the rope did not break. By choosing to remain silent at most critical moments, Nicholas I established himself as an imposing figure who was difficult to challenge. Another example is the famous CEO of Apple, Steve Jobs. He was known for his minimalist approach to both design and communication. During product launches, he would often pause for long periods, creating anticipation and an atmosphere of suspense. His ability to remain silent while looking at the audience made people completely focused on the words he would eventually say. This not only increased your authority, but also created a deeper connection with your audience. Communication studies show that people remember messages that are delivered in a succinct and impactful manner more. A report by the International Listening Association suggests that, on average, people forget 75% of what they hear after a few hours. This statistic reinforces the idea that talking too much can dilute the message, while being sparing with words can linger in people's minds. Furthermore, research shows that silence in conversations can increase information retention, as it allows the brain to process and assimilate what has been said. In the workplace, environments where active listening and strategic silence are practiced have shown an increase in collaboration and interpersonal relationships. Therefore, by harnessing the power of silence, you not only increase your influence, but also transform the dynamics of interactions around you. One of the biggest benefits of speaking less is that it increases your authority and respect. When you speak sparingly, people tend to perceive your words as more valuable. Instead of wasting words on small talk, you choose what to say carefully, and this has a greater impact. Concise communication demonstrates confidence. When you know what you want to say and are not afraid of silence, others sense that confidence. Effective leaders often master this technique, making it clear that their opinions are well-founded and that they don't need a lot of speech to be understood. By establishing yourself as someone who speaks less but has more impact, you create an environment where people are more likely to listen and respect what you have to say. Speaking less also allows you to focus on active listening. When you're busy talking, you can easily miss valuable information and nuances in other people's conversations. Active listening is a powerful skill that strengthens relationships, both personal and professional. By spending more time in silence, you convey to others that their opinions and feelings are important. This creates a relationship of empathy and mutual understanding. For example, in a work environment, teams that practice active listening tend to resolve conflicts more quickly and find more creative solutions. Listening is not just about hearing, it is about demonstrating that you value what the other person has to say, and this ultimately establishes a more collaborative and harmonious environment. Short, direct messages tend to be more effective. Studies show that information retention decreases as complexity and length of words increase. By communicating briefly and clearly, you ensure that the message does not get lost along the way. A practical example of this is the use of advertising slogans, which, because they are simple and memorable, can convey emotions and quickly attract attention. A speaker who uses short, impactful sentences is more likely to be remembered, while someone who talks indefinitely runs the risk of being forgotten. The impact of your words is enhanced when you are specific and direct, prompting people to reflect on what you said rather than ramble on with too much information. Silence invites reflection and depth in conversations. When you take the time to be silent during a discussion, it allows others to process your ideas and responses. Strategic silences during a conversation can be incredibly powerful. They create a space where people feel invited to share more, often leading to more meaningful and deeper conversations. Such interactions not only strengthen bonds, but also create an environment of safety where everyone feels comfortable expressing themselves without rushing. In essence, by speaking less, you allow communication to become a true dialogue, where respect and depth are prioritized. In short, the benefits of speaking less are significant and go beyond simply saving words. They impact your authority, improve your listening skills, promote clarity in communication, and establish deeper connections. Thus, practicing silence can truly transform your interactions and increase your influence in a variety of contexts. Practicing silence in communication doesn't just happen automatically, it's necessary to adopt some techniques and strategies that can help integrate this skill into your daily life. One of the most powerful ways to use silence is through strategic pauses. By pausing before or after an important statement, you not only create space for reflection, but you also increase the weight of your words. For example, in a meeting, after presenting your point of view, pause for a few seconds. This action allows listeners to process the information, in addition to giving the speaker an opportunity to think and formulate their responses. Pausing can create an atmosphere of productive tension, making your words linger in the minds of listeners, generating greater engagement and impact. Another effective technique is to ask open-ended questions that stimulate conversation without monopolizing it. Instead of talking at length about a topic, you can ask something like, "What do you think about this?" or "How do you feel about this situation?" This sparks a richer interaction and gives others a chance to express themselves, fostering constructive dialogue. By doing so, you not only allow for greater participation from others, but you also learn more about their perspective, deepening the quality of the conversation. The reflective listening technique is a strategy that can significantly improve your communication while you talk less. It involves not only listening to what the other person is saying, but also reflecting and summarizing what you heard before responding. For example, you might say, "If I understand you correctly, you are saying that." This technique allows you to take a moment to process what was said, while also validating what the other person has said. Often, a thoughtful response can be much more impactful than a rushed conversation, creating a space where everyone feels heard. Here are some exercises you can implement into your routine to practice silence. Try spending a day where you only speak as much as necessary. Record how you feel and the reactions of those around you. This can help you notice the impact of silence and reduce the tendency to talk too much. During conversations, challenge yourself to pause for 3 to 5 seconds before responding. This will not only help you embody silence, but it will also give you a chance to think through your responses. Keep a journal where you record your interactions and how you used silence and active listening. Note situations where you talked too much and how you could have used silence to improve communication. By applying these techniques and exercises, you will not only become a more effective communicator, but you will also experience a positive impact on your relationships and the way you are perceived by those around you. Silence, when used intentionally, can truly be one of your greatest allies in the art of communication. Despite the many benefits of silence and concise communication, many people face internal barriers that make it difficult to practice this communicative style. One of the main challenges is the fear of the emptiness that silence can create. There is often an insecurity that the lack of words can be interpreted as disinterest or discomfort. The social pressure to fill every pause with words leads many to speak more than they want, for fear of appearing inadequate. In addition, there is the fear that silence can provoke discomfort among the participants in the conversation, creating a tense rather than reflective atmosphere. Another common obstacle is anxiety during moments of silence. Many people feel like they need to keep the conversation going, which can cause stress and distraction, preventing them from being truly present and listening to what is being said. All of these factors can make practicing silence challenging, but they can be worked on. To deal with anxiety about talking less and feel more comfortable in moments of silence, here are some effective tips. Instead of seeing silence as a void, see it as an opportunity. Use this time to reflect on what was said and formulate your next response. This mindset shift can help reduce anxiety. Understand that it is normal to have moments of silence in a conversation. Everyone goes through them. Accepting the situation can relieve the pressure you feel to keep talking. When you feel anxiety rising, take a few deep breaths. This helps calm your nervous system and gives you a moment to collect your thoughts before responding. In situations where you suspect silence might be uncomfortable, have a few questions in mind. This can help break the ice while also allowing you to avoid feeling the need to monopolize the conversation. Use positive affirmations, such as, "My silence is powerful," or "I am a good listener." Reinforcing the idea that silence is a valuable skill can increase your confidence in using it. These strategies not only help you overcome anxiety related to silence, but they also foster a healthier and more productive communication environment where everyone feels comfortable expressing themselves and reflecting. By working through your insecurities, you can make the most of the power of silence and become a more effective communicator. Throughout this video, we explored the transformative power of silence in communication and how speaking less can actually increase your authority, improve your relationships, and create more meaningful connections. Now, I encourage you to apply these techniques to your own interactions. Try taking strategic pauses, practice active listening, and most importantly, embrace silence as a powerful tool. Share your experiences in the comments. How have you used silence in your conversations? What challenges have you faced? Your input can help others learn and grow as well. I want to thank each of you for watching this video. Your interest and support are essential for us to continue creating valuable content for you. If you liked what you learned here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll be up to date with more tips and insights to improve your skills and become a more powerful person. And don't forget to watch the video that is being suggested to you on the screen. It will certainly offer more strategies for your evolution. Until next time, and remember, silence has power.